interesting seeing the audience reactions in Cambridge versus the audience reactions in Edinburgh. They're similar. I think people come away with this sort of cathartic feeling. They certainly have a lot of questions. It doesn't really answer a lot of things, but it certainly raises big social and feminist issues. What I like about all theatre is I think the best theatre is divisive, and I think lots of people come away and they really don't like the play, and lots of people come away and they really love the play, and I think that's far better than having a whole audience who feel nothing but apathy.
I'm Alistair McNabb. I play Odysseus in the Penelopiad. I originally saw this production back in November when it was on for the first time, and I was fascinated by the piece because it's not really what I would class as traditional theatre. It's a strange mix of storytelling and comedy, but it is quite dark as well. But it doesn't really settle into any traditional genres. It sort of straddles several. And when I came out of the original production, at first I didn't really know what to think. I wasn't sure what the moral was, what the story was in its entirety, because it's a complex story, as everyone knows. And it took me a few days to gradually work out the morals of the story and the questions it asks of the audience. And it sort of grows on you over those hours after the performance.
I'm Aoife, and I play Penelope in the Penelopiad. I got involved with the production because it was the first thing I auditioned for at Cambridge, and we stayed with it because I've made some great friends, and the play itself is really interesting. I think Atwood's writing is particularly interesting in her tackling women's issues, because it's not simplistic. We're not saying that men are bad and women are good. There are some women in the play who we dislike and who are shown from undesirable angles. Penelope herself, who should be the main character, and therefore you think the protagonist, has some deeply selfish qualities. And I think it looks at different social levels of mobility and how our prejudices affect the way that we treat people.